Hello Libra, how are you? Welcome to your weekly reading with me, Cindy. Naughty Libra. So that's your new nickname after last week's. You got one finally. You got a nickname finally. After last week's reading, Libra. Oh my goodness. So this is for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, maybe Venus. We'll see where it goes this week. This week is all about the unknown, wild. Well, yeah, the unknown. Well, we're starting with the archetype. So Kim Kranz, I'm doing her 3 decks, doing her archetype deck, oracle deck, and tarot deck. So the oracle and tarot decks are wild, unknown, animal, spirit, and this is archetype. So what I'm going to be doing this week, my sweet naughty Libras, it's actually naughty Libras, is I'm going to pull an archetype deck card for the energy that you're in right now. What is the energy? What is your archetypal energy right now? And then I'm going to pull a card for what it's going to be or where you're going with your archetype energy, what it's going to become. And I'm going to use the oracle and the tarot decks of the same name to build on the reading. And then there is an extended, so at the end of this, if it resonates with you, you can go and check it out. It's at the top of the link is at the top of the description, and in the extended, I'm going to build up what is the energy between these 2 points for you, and look at that blind spot. So let's get started, naughty Libra. Libra. Oh my gosh. What is going on with this card? I don't know. This is the 3rd time. I'm taking it because, well, I'm not taking those. They're face down. And this is the 3rd time. And what is so crazy is it is in exactly the same spot. It was for Taurus and Leo and now Libra. There's a lot of cards in this deck. You saw that come out. Like, I'm not making a planting these cards. All right, so now I'm going to, where are you going? I'm getting pretty familiar with the vow card. Whoa. Like, what is this? Oh my gosh. I don't even know which way to hold it. Oh, it's my brains. Anima Mundi. What the heck is this? It's not even like following the patterns of the other cards. Oh, I feel like totally overwhelmed and freaked out. What is this? I don't know. What is that? Like, okay, look at this. You see, all the other cards are like this. They have the Roman numerals. They have the name. This is like all over the place. And there's so much going on. I didn't even know which way to hold it. I had to kind of figure out, yeah, there's like some Buddha or something in the middle meditating. I had to like figure, okay, that's the right way up, I guess. Was it crazy? You know, where are you going? Well, you're certainly not doing whatever the other ones have been doing that had this vow card this week. So, I don't want to tell you what the other ones were about. This is your reading. This could be something different for you. I'm going to read from the book for you what the vow card is about. So this is like where you are right now. So if at a point in what I'm talking about too, it says you are going to do this, or this is what's going to happen. You might be already doing that, or you've already gone through it because it's where you are now and you're getting ready to come for this crazy one. Crazy one. I think I bookmarked this by now. The vow. The vow, Libra. The promise, the oath, the contract. When the vow is spoken, the air shifts. Karmic ties are formed and destiny tilts on its axis. Our words and intentions have immense power. There is a reason the great mythic stories of our past often include the resuscitation of oaths and the mixing of drops of blood as a mark of union. The tricky part is that reciting the vow, no matter how casually, activates the eternal and unseen forces of the world. The ancestors bear witness. The laws of nature respond. These promises cannot be unsaid or forgotten, so breaking them can leave lingering complexities and loose ends. This card calls us to acknowledge the vow we are living by, consciously or unconsciously, and either recommit to it or create a ritual that signifies its closure. You've been underestimating the power of your promises. Think of the last promise you made. Was it to yourself or another? Has it been upheld or broken? So when in light, bearing witness to the shift toward destiny. It's so weird. Like, I've pulled this card 3 times this week and I don't remember reading that part. But I'm sure I must have. When in light, bearing witness to the shift toward destiny. And it's, you know, I do a lot of readings. I say a lot of stuff. Some of it sticks in here and some of it doesn't. And I literally, sometimes I have to go back and watch readings. Even like these ones, my own. I don't know what the heck I was talking about. What was the message? Like, sometimes I'll get it and I'm fascinated by it. But then, you know, I go into the next reading and I don't remember what it was. Because it's a lot of information. And I feel like a lot of times I'm just a conduit. So there's something about that for you. It's just jumping at me like, I've never seen that before. But this is the 3rd time I've read it. Bearing witness to the shift toward destiny. Huh. So when dark, unconscious vows, unkept promises, messy karma. Go deeper. Learn the yamas. The 5 vows of the seeker. See, I remember saying that before. It's weird. Anytime the energy of the vow is present, we're in the archetypal realm of ceremony and ritual. That means time stands still and anything is possible. You know, yours is different. I don't know what the heck this is. It's going to be very interesting getting into that. You know, it reminds me a bit of, let's not go there yet. So, this is my Gemini. I'm like, oh, sorry. Okay. Yours is really speaking to me about bearing witness to the shift toward destiny. And anytime the energy of the vow is present, we are in the archetypal realm of ceremony and ritual. That means time stands still and anything is possible. That just freaking me out for you guys. Like, I feel like you're coming towards something. And literally, it's almost like time is standing still. Nothing will prevent whatever it is you're moving towards. It's some sort of destiny at this point. Like, all the planets have lined up. The energy is in sync. It's all happening. And almost in sort of it's going to be, let's say, at times it might feel sort of surreal. Yeah, like you'll have to look back on it once it becomes your past. What you're moving through something right now. And I feel like you're just about this has something to do with your destiny, likely. So let's find out what that is. Okay. What number is that? Oh my gosh. LXXVII. Okay, LX. Gosh, this might be one of the last cards. This is the last card. Wow, look at you. Oh my gosh. Where are we going? You know what? I gave myself a good lunch break. I had like a really good break. I did the other 2 readings and I gave myself lots of energy for Libra. Maybe this was why. Okay, naughty Libra. Anima Mundi, the soul of the world, all that is. Anima Mundi is the epitome of the principle accept all, reject none. Simply put, it is the living soul of the world in all its multifaceted, multidimensional layers, bonded together by loving cosmic forces. Diversity is celebrated, multiplicity is honored, and nothing is denied embrace. Constructs of separation dissipate into the wonderful mess of shared consciousness. Anima Mundi is the link between the literal and the imaginal, the rational and the mythic. It is the connective fiber that makes life meaningful. This card indicates an initiation on the level of the soul. You will awaken the unique light within and witness how this light contributes to the radiance of the entire universe. You will sense yourself as a critical note in the cosmic orchestra. Destiny is altered as you hear the enchanted melody of all living things. Oh, jeez, Murphy. Anima Mundi is the energy behind the world card in the tarot deck. Sorry, sometimes I know I'm starting trying to, it's because of this font. I find it difficult. It's like cartoon font, or I don't remember what that's called, but I do. It's sometimes, I'm not sure what, is that both or an 8? Oh, so it looks like either the word 8, it's like 80th or both. I'm guessing it's both. So let me start that again. I'm not, one thing I would complain about this is the font. I'm not crazy about the font reading it. Anima Mundi is the energy behind the World card in the tarot deck. Both carry themes of universal unity, completeness and embrace. Okay, so that kind of, yeah, and I'm feeling that. Like this is, it's like the World card, which is the last piece to the major arcana, which is like completing. You're ending a cycle. You've been in the process of ending some sort of cycle here, because the vow is also about that. Like deciding if there's some sort of connection, promises, commitments that you've made to someone or others. Is it time to sort of re-fulfill that? To go back to it? Or is it time to end it completely and fully and energetically even? So there's something, like something is ending. Some major thing is ending for some other major thing to begin here. And it's a pretty big major thing. Get this right way up. When light, tending to the sacred details of life. When dark, overwhelmed by the bigness of existence. Wow. Go deeper. Alchemical drawings of Anima Mundi, the life and paintings of Hilma of Clint. Huh. Oh, Hilma of Clint. See, again, I'm having trouble reading the font. The embrace of Anima Mundi is available anytime, anywhere, to any one day or night, rich or poor. It is a process of unveiling our resistance to its love. Yeah, wow. That's huge. Like it's everything and it's nothing. Like it's massive, but it's tiny. Okay, so one of the things, put the book away. I don't know that it helped me much with this card. I think the most helpful thing to me as a reader, maybe you got more out of it, but the most helpful thing to me as a reader was the World card, because I can read, like it's, you know, it could be like almost everything in your life is changing or coming to some sort of completion or end, and other things are starting up, like very big. But I'm seeing there's so many symbols here. Planetary symbols. There's all these eyes, different eyes, like cat's eyes, human eyes, fingers intertwined, fingers on their own. It's just like an immense, incredible opportunities. And this is, okay, let's just get into, like, this is, wow. I need more information for you. The vow, the energy of the vow. So this is where you are, where you've been. You're about to exit this energy and go into Anima Mundi. Anima Mundi. Anima. I'm forgetting to say the A at the end. Oh, thank you. Oh, the Stingray. Wow. Oh, that's interesting. Anima Mundi. Anima Mundi. Ooh, some Earthworm. Ooh, the golden egg is at the bottom. The octopus, the golden egg and the octopus at the bottom. So something real, something three-dimensional. The underline is here. Something needs to hatch. Something's going to hatch. You're hatching, yeah. Like something's about to happen here. Okay, so just briefly, because I'm going to pull out tarot cards, this Stingray is kind of like lining up all the chakras. And in doing that, is like opening each one of them up. And by doing that, having it done properly and thoroughly and wholly, and when I say properly and wholly, like this is going into some, like really like doing shadow work too, like within yourself and understanding yourself on a lot of levels and looking after yourself in a physical way, like what you eat, exercise, allowing yourself to sleep and rest, growing your mind, learning things. You know, so many elements are involved in all of the chakras. Now, when that happens, it's actually when each of these chakras is open and fully aligned, it is I like to say it's strengthening your backbone. It's strengthening your fortitude. It's making you a much more confident person in who you are. That's right, there is a hair. So that is what you've been doing. Whether you're really even aware of it or not. But you've been in a period, you're in a period of time right now where you're determining the vow that you have to others around you or to someone else around you. And then Anima Mundi, you have the Earthworm. Gosh, there's like, when I see this card, it's just so much potential waiting to explode. It reminds me a little bit of the Three of Wands, actually in the tarot of the same creator. Because you have 3 wands creating an inverted triangle, and there's all this color inside, like it's waiting to explode. Ships coming in, right, with the 3 of Wands. What makes this Earthworm open up and start releasing this kind of magic that sits inside? Anima Mundi. I'm not really, I want to see what this actually, if this is a word, if this is like a deity. What am I missing here? Anima Mundi. Does it come up as something? Anima Mundi herbals? Oh wait, okay. Wikipedia, for use the word soul, the world soul is Greek? Is it so? Latin. Okay, it's Latin. Is according to several systems of thought an intrinsic connection between all living things on the planet, which relates to the world in much the same way as the soul is connected to the human body. Plato adhered to this idea, and it was an important component of most Neoplatonic systems. Wow. Therefore, we may consequently state that this world is indeed a living being endowed with a soul and intelligence, a single visible living entity containing all other living entities, which by their nature are all related. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, there's so much here. I'm going to read that later. I would look that up. Actually, that's really interesting. So, wow. Okay. That's like, I think we could spend hours on that, to be honest. But we don't have hours. I gotta do laundry and make dinner stuff. See, all those Greek philosophers and stuff, you know, that's why the women never got to be it. They were like cleaning. They were cleaning and cooking. The guys got to go off and do like naked Olympics and do all these thought processes. We had to make everything clean. Well, the world is changing. The world is changing. So maybe, yeah, I don't know. 2 Pentacles. See, that's interesting. The 2 of Pentacles, because it is sitting at a point of, do you reinvest in some sort of promise or oath or vow that you've taken, or do you step away from it fully and wholly? It's 2 Wands. Oh, and the 9 of Wands. It's not an easy process. The 5 of Cups. The Magician. 8 of Cups. Oof! What the heck? The 6 of Pentacles. Balance coming in somehow. Such an unusual arrangement here of what you have. All right. This is pretty interesting. We have the 2 of Pentacles, the 2 of Wands, and then the 9 of Wands. So it does seem like trying to make a choice, trying to balance different ideas, options. Wanting to make a choice too is the 2 of Wands, wanting to make a choice in partnership, which is interesting with the vow. But boy, is this a tough set of stairs to climb. Like the 9 of Wands is being kind of exhausted. So this has pushed you to a point of exhaustion. So it's also meant to strengthen you, which is also clear with the Stingray card. It's meant to strengthen you. It's also meant to strengthen your understanding of who you are, what you've been, and what you may become, and who you want to be and who you want to become, who you want to be with, etc. There's a, like, yeah, like this is a full-on choice here. And it hasn't been an easy one. I'm going to be pulling more clarifiers out for your reading. Your reading is very different. The Earthworm, this is bound up. My gosh. It's almost like it's like manifestation energy surrounded by disappointment and pulling away, walking away. Manifestation energy, yeah, like the Earthworm, because that's what it is. There's all this potential somehow waiting to come out. You know, I kind of feel like this is also relating somehow to what part of the story has been on this side as well, these tarot cards. Like whatever cycle you're trying to move yourself towards, it has been surrounded by disappointment. And the Eight of Cups is isolation too. I mean, that's such a key word in 2020 for so many people. Yeah, this is definitely a clarifying reading. Because what's confusing me here is manifestation into this isolation, because that doesn't seem what Anima Mundi would be, but if it is, it is. So let's find out why. I'm going to specifically ask about the Anima Mundi card. I'm kind of feeling like these tarot cards that have come out are representing the Earthworm, this struggle of release, of releasing a manifestation. What is Anima Mundi? Anima Mundi? Anima Mundi. Get as much information as I can. Hopefully it's not too confusing. Backing up first. What the order is. Wow. Okay, in short, it is going from nothing to everything. I think we kind of knew that though. So it's just, you know, maybe it's because being a tarot reader, I need to see it in tarot cards. The Ten of Swords, the Chariot, the Seven of Wands, the Page of Cups, and the Ten of Cups. So do you see how you go from the Ten of Swords to the Ten of Cups here? So that's what Anima Mundi is. Okay? So it's good, but it's difficult to get this manifestation going. Like, holy crap. It really is. It's difficult to get it going. As soon as you go to the Ten of Swords and you go to the Chariot. So the Chariot wants movement, and the Chariot will come forward when you've kind of done the mucky work. You've kind of gone into the muck, the silt at the bottom of the river, the lake, where, you know, the organic matter from things past, from endings, from deaths, turns into the nutrients of new life, and then you move forward, right? There's something sitting behind that energy that was heavy, but now it moves forward in light with that Cancerian energy. And the Seven of Wands is kind of being a little bit defensive. Fighting back, even like interesting, fighting back competition. I kind of get that right now, just the way I'm looking at them. Kind of fighting back the competition in something. And then coming out with this Page of Cups. A new, young, youthful, honest, open, gentle offering that then takes you down the road to the Ten of Cups. So there, okay, so that's interesting. Okay, so the Anima Mundi is taking you from nothing to everything. And I think that's probably, I kind of did get that, you know, in the book. But what is the Eight of Cups? Why the Eight of Cups? The Fool, the Page of Swords, and the Nine of Pentacles. So if you're pulling away, the Eight of Cups is pulling away from things. Pulling away from things that you have emotional attachment to, emotional distractions, to really go within and understand what it is you really want in your cups. This is taking a leap of faith, taking a wee chance here, to learn and understand something new. Oh, wait a second. It's actually, it almost feels like something you're doing while you're in the Eight of Cups. Well, I guess that makes sense. It's like taking a wee chance here at learning and understanding something new. But what is this newness? This sort of like this independent energy. Understanding this independent energy about yourself. Understanding about the beauty of yourself as well. The beautiful aspects of you. Looking after those. Well, that seems pretty good. That seems good. Okay, now it's making sense. Now it's making sense to me. Because when I see the Eight of Cups, I think, well, how do you go into Anima Mundi with that? Because you're kind of pulling away from things. But you might be right, because you go from nothing to everything. So you may even be starting a cycle where you pull away from things. You're ending something. Let's see what is ending with the Ten of Swords. What is ending with the Ten of Swords? What is ending with the Ten of Swords? Well, the Queen of Swords. Where's she been cutting out? Queen of Swords cutting stuff out. There you are. But that's your energy, right? Although I think you're a little more King of Swords than Queen of Swords, because you guys are so sweet. Oh. I have two friends. One is a Gemini and one is a Libra. And the Gemini is like, tell you right up front. She thinks of you. And I had them for dinner a couple nights ago, and we haven't seen each other in 6 months, and I love them to death. They're the salt of the earth kind of girls. And maybe it's because I've got Gemini in my rising and my Venus. I love the air of the two of them. So my Gemini friend, she's just like, she will tell the Libra friend, you need to do this to take control of your life, and you need to tell these people not to treat you that way. And she's like, well, you know what? I do understand though why they're behaving that way and why. Because, right, Libra? Like, that's why I see you a little more like the King of Swords. And I said that to both of them the other night. I'm like, this is Gemini, and the King of Swords is like Libra, because it's kind of being a little more in control about cutting things out lately, thinking about it. But maybe you've been cutting stuff out. I don't know what you're doing, but okay. 3 cards came out for this Ten of Swords, this ending. Okay, so we got the Queen of Swords after my long explanation, the Tower moment, and the Ace of Cups. It kind of feels like been cutting stuff out to the point where now a Tower moment comes towards you. It's almost like clearing the energy, clearing things out. It's all cleared out now, and the universe is bringing in some sort of a Tower moment. Well, some sort, it's a nice Tower moment because it's the Ace of Cups. Because, well, that's what you're working towards here in Anima Mundi, right? Like real happiness in your emotions and your feelings with yourself and others or someone else. Okay. I tell you, I'm going to spend the afternoon reading about this Anima Mundi. Like, I'm so intrigued about this. Something I've never heard of before. And I do. You see the earth is a living creature, right? So also you're coming into a real balance of understanding that life and energy really exists in all things. And what is your part in that? And how do you connect with those things? Anything. The earth, the trees, the rocks, the birds, the curtains, the desk, the cards. The cards, right? You would say that these are an inanimate object, but they've had energy placed into them. Mostly my energy. Yeah, well, yeah. If somebody touches them, I have to cleanse that out. But it is. So all things, because all things can hold energy, all things can have an existence. And can they be alive? I don't know. That's really cool. All right. So what comes after your Nine of Wands? Oh, that's nice. This is great. It's like that. It's beautiful. Because this is a struggle, okay? This whole little pile over here is definitely a struggle about what you want to be committed to, what you want to have in your life, who you want to have in your life, really. And the Nine of Wands is difficult. It's difficult making this. Well, it should be, Because, I mean, when we make promises and vows to people, we shouldn't really do that half-heartedly. So the Sun, you do get some sort of wish fulfillment and clarity here in whatever direction you choose to go. And I'm going to say this the same as I think it was Leo, particularly for them, that regardless if you're kind of, even if you're saying vows again with someone, or you're deciding like, no, this is over, it's final, and whatever that step is to kind of make that understood on both sides and energetically, either scenario, by doing that, you send yourself into like a cycle of moving towards your wish fulfillment, your true happiness here, having true happiness. Yeah, I think that's all I wanted to clarify, so that's interesting. I'm going to really recommend to you too, if you don't know, maybe you know all about Anima Mundi, but to look into it more. This is the archetypal energy that you're moving into. And I think it's not something that's just easily explained in like 5 or 10 minutes in a tarot energy reading. Oh, see, the Hermit's at the bottom. And then everything is reversed. Spend a little time looking into Anima Mundi. Maybe that is, like, maybe that's even part of the message for you this week. Like, that's something to look into because it's going to expand your mind. And it's important to remember too, like whenever we do energy readings, if it's resonating for you, a cycle that you're going into can literally be a day. It can be a day, it can be a week, it can be a month. That, I've really learned that as a reader for people and myself. Like, you can get something to tell you, that's finished, it's never happening. No. Well, when they mean that, they might mean just today. I'm telling you, like, it's crazy. Actually, because that's the difficult thing. Yeah, that's the difficult thing with, I find, reading tarot and reading energy is the timing. The timing can be tricky. And, you know, you can look at cards and ask for timing. And this brings me to a scenario. I'm going to pull you an oracle card in a second here. But just, you know, because people are like, well, why can't you? Well, how does it? I don't know how long it's going to be. Because I can pull cards and it's how you read the numbers. How do you interpret it? So this takes me back to, like, I think it was April. I think it was April, maybe May, but I'm pretty sure it was April. Another mom in my neighborhood has like 4 kids from like age 11 to 4. She's a sweetheart though. But she said to me, Cindy, can you find out when the kids go back to school? So I was like, okay. So actually it was this deck, the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit deck. And I pulled, oh, and this is funny, like maybe you're meant to hear this, because it was the Justice card that came out, which is the Libra card. So here's the funny thing. I'm going to show you. I did. Oh my gosh. I hope it's not. It's for the last one. Oh, there it is. Oh, and I want to show you. I want to show you one more, because there's a switch, but you don't necessarily know what that means until you experience it and you go understand it. Oh, now that makes sense. So I know when I used to do private readings, sometimes I wouldn't hear back from people. And then 3 months later, they would email me and say, oh my God, that reading makes so much sense now. It's all come to fruition. I'm like, oh, there you go. Okay, so yeah. So the Justice card came out. I think it was the Justice. It doesn't matter. You're going to see how this works. No, it was the Strength card. No, yeah. No, it was the Justice card. Oh my God. It's so, okay, it's been a long week. It was the Justice card. It was the Justice card that came out. And in this deck, it's number 8. And so I sent her the picture of the card and I told her, I said, I don't know, it's telling me 8. But I don't know, I'm seeing a Justice, so I'm thinking it's balanced. So the numbers are balanced, it's safe to go back. Maybe that's what it means. She said, no, there's something about the numbers, Cindy. Okay. You know, she's taking the message too. And I said, well, what does 8 mean? Well, 8, like that would be August, the 8th month. Why would they go back in August? Like, that seems weird. Maybe they're going to make up for lost time. I don't know. So I was like, it didn't make sense. And then something happened. Oh, I was pulling out another deck, talking to someone else about it. It wasn't the same deck, and that's when I realized, and it happens in some decks, where these two cards they carry the other one's number. So typically the Justice card is actually number 11. And then this card, the Strength card, is actually number 8. But they're changed. And it was the weirdest thing, because the other day I was looking at it and I was like, wait a second. So 8 turned into 11, right? Okay, so you follow me. So, because this is what's really interesting. This is why I don't know with time. Because sometimes you don't understand the numbers that the universe is trying to tell you when you ask a question. So my son was supposed to go back to school on September the 8th. But now he's going back on September the 11th. See? 8 turned into 11. Isn't that freaky crazy? Yeah, but that didn't work for my friend because her kid's going back on the 10th based on last names. But anyways, so yeah, like, I'm like, oh my gosh. I specifically picked up that deck where the numbers were switched, and it was like telling you, in a way, that was the message. 8 becomes 11. How crazy is that, right? Like, for it to predict that months and months ahead of time. But if I had known how to read it, I'm not really touting my abilities as a good reader right now. Sorry. All right, I'm humble. I know, I've always got stuff. That's, you know, you gotta be. You gotta, so what do you got here? On the Peacock. Overcoming negativity, divine beauty, you are worthy. The affirmation. I see the divine beauty within me and share it freely for the greatest good. Oh my gosh, I love that, because that's what I was feeling here for you. Part of this 8 of Cups is like really appreciating you and the beauty of you. Ah, okay. So there's a whole bunch on the back. So I'm going to let you look at that card, and then I'm going to read the back for you. Your spirit guides are bringing you a message of love, faith, and protection. Now is a fertile time to pray and receive loving, empowering, effective responses from the universe. Trust the divine completely. Allow it to draw out the depths of your beauty, grace, and sacred purpose. Rise above petty agendas and refuse to engage in ego-driven interactions. Instead, affirm and express yourself from the heart. You can develop spiritual vision, inner sight, psychic awareness, and channel divine energies for guidance and healing. You will overcome any effects of poisonous behavior from your past through spiritual intervention and grace. Your soul is gifted with being able to create resplendent beauty in this world. Oh, that's so nice. I like that. It's kind of like a message of forgiveness of yourself too. I was talking to someone else about that, one of the other signs. I don't remember now. But it was, and because this is something really intriguing and unusual and different, this Anima Mundi energy. So, Libra, naughty Libra. I'm going to go and do the extended now. So I'm going to see what is going on between these 2 points for you, which is really quite a fascinating reading. And after I do that, I'm going to read more about this Anima Mundi. I think that's fascinating. So thanks for opening up my perspective and helping me learn new things too, Libra. Until next time, do be gentle with yourselves. Bye.